Today's episode of Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze is sponsored by Dork Publishing, expanding minds through fantasy since 2018. Learn more at the Dork Publishing website, www.dorcpublishing.com.
I wanna visit all the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs. I wanna make moves, call the shots like the boss. I wanna love like I never lost.
Welcome back to Desertwood Days, and I am here with the talented Jordan Adler.
Hi.
Hi, Jordan. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So, Jordan, you are a busy man out there in the waves. You host a radio show,
Yes.
and you also host a podcast.
Yes.
So what was it that got you into doing the podcast? But you've been doing the radio show longer, like 9 years, right?
Yeah, I've been doing the radio show. Well, I've been running the internet radio station for almost 9 years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you the producer of that show?
Yeah, producer and CEO and manager, everything.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Well, I want to go back a little bit. What was it that got you interested in starting a radio show?
I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to either do something to do with music or be an actor. So I decided to do both. But I went to school. I went to EVIT, which is a TED school here in
Okay.
Arizona,
Uh-huh.
where you study all aspects of any kind of career. So they had a radio broadcasting class program there, and I saw a guy in a wheelchair there. So okay, so if he can do it, then I can do it too.
Of course.
And that's a special school. Anyone gets invited. Not just anyone gets invited to that.
Oh.
You have to get invited to go to that school.
Wow.
So I got invited.
Well, wonderful.
Yeah.
So how does one get invited to a school like that? I mean, do you have to have a certain type of skill set, or what is it that gets you invited to a school like that?
I'm not quite sure because I was just in my classroom one day and my teacher said, "Jordan, do you want to go to EVIT and study radio broadcasting?" I'm like, "Sure." So I guess I was acing all my classes.
Okay.
And that was like I was a sophomore in high school when she told me that.
Okay. So being a high school student and going into broadcasting, were you doing any of that back then? Any broadcasting or
No, not. Well, I was like faking it. I would like. I had this little table in the living room,
uh-huh.
and I had a little laptop with iTunes on it, and I would pretend to be a DJ.
Okay.
And I said, one day I'm going to be a radio host,
Okay.
and it came true.
Do you have a specific genre of music that you play?
I like all kinds of music.
You play all kinds?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I focus on helping indie artists and bands.
Okay.
So indie artists are like artists that are unsigned.
Mm-hmm.
So I help them out with the interviews and free airplay. So I love alternative music
Okay.
and indie music and pop the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you do live interviews on your radio show?
I used to, but now I just do pre-recorded
Oh,
interviews.
okay. Tell us what it's like to be a guest on Jordan's show.
You will feel special when you're being a guest on my show. Especially if you're a guest on my podcast, which my podcast is very authentic
Uh-huh.
and raw, like my personality. I guess I'm the guy with many talents, and I can never meet a stranger because they always fall in love with me.
Oh,
So
I can see
Yeah.
that because you look at this cute little gift that you brought me today. I can see that.
yeah, my baseball card. I even signed it for you too.
Yes, I see that. I see that. So you've been doing radio hosting for 9 years now. So congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, about 12 years
About 12 years?
in total. Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you a native of Arizona?
No, me and my mom moved here from the South in 2005.
Oh,
So we've been
okay.
here since 2005.
Okay. What brought you guys to Arizona?
The weather,
Uh-huh.
and we needed a fresh new start because
Okay.
we had my grandparents dying within the few months of each other,
Oh.
and my sister went crazy, so we decided to get out of that state and go to Arizona.
Just needed a new.
It was either Florida or Arizona.
Okay.
In Florida, had all the hurricanes and tornadoes.
Right.
And alligators and sharks and all that, and I don't like none of that. So we was like, okay, let's go to Arizona,
So you
where it's
just
nice and hot.
so you just needed a new change, you and your
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, fresh
Okay.
new start.
Okay. Has mom ever been on the radio show?
Oh no,
No.
she don't like
I'm
to
sure
hear.
mom has a lot to say.
Yes, when she's off the camera, she has a lot to say. But she don't like to be on the camera at all. Like I caught her one time when I was filming one of my Lego movies. Her voice got on there.
Oh.
Yeah, on accident.
Oh.
But yeah,
So
Can't be on
I
camera.
know you mentioned that you're also an actor and you filmed your Lego movie. Are you producing these and writing them yourself?
yes.
Okay. Can you tell us about what your Lego movie is about?
Which one do you want to talk about?
Anyone you want to.
Well,
What was it that got you started on doing a Lego movie?
I didn't know it was possible to even make a Lego movie because when I started, like I got the idea in 2010, and I had a caregiver at the time that loved being like on the camera. He knows everything about the cameras and stuff. So he said, Jordan, you can put your videos on YouTube. I didn't know that much about YouTube at the time.
Oh, okay.
So he said, so I love like the cop shows. So I love CSI. So I did like a Lego CSI thing first.
Okay.
And so I did that for 5 seasons. And then I said, I had this dramatic, true event happen in my life that inspired the idea to make the Psycho Stalker saga movies. So since 2018, I did the first Psycho Stalker movie. And then
And these are all with Legos?
these are all Legos, yeah, stop motion.
Oh my goodness.
I brought some of these stars with me today.
Oh, those are your stars?
Yeah, this is me. This is my character, Jordan.
Oh, okay.
And this is the Psycho Stalker, Tina. So, yeah, she's the big stalker.
Can you guys see this? This is Tina the Psycho Stalker. That's cute.
And this is a Lego wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
And this is the first time he's appearing in this wheelchair.
Oh,
So
okay.
I thought I would show him too.
Yes. This is the star of the series right there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, of course he has to be seen. What is his name?
Jordan, my name.
Oh, his name is Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That is awesome. That is really a neat. That is really a neat idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
I've been voicing his character since 2010.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Jordan has been around for like 13 years.
13 years.
Wow.
Still
Wow.
the same age, same height.
So all of these we can find on YouTube? Is
Yeah.
that where you're storing them?
Yeah, my YouTube channel and I have a website for it too.
Okay. So what are you're doing the web series? It's a web series?
It's a video.
It's a video.
Yeah, series.
So what are your plans to do it? Do you plan to make a movie? I mean, do you have further plans with this?
So I made 2 Psycho Stalker movies. So I'm currently filming the 3rd sequel to the Psycho Stalker movies, and I am on scene 5, scene 6, and scene 7.
Are they all Legos, or do you have actual humans
Yeah,
in the movies?
they're all Legos.
Oh, okay.
Real humans are voicing the Legos.
Oh, okay.
So I usually get my friends or some of my actor friends, and they do some voices for me. So I know that you had Vincent on your show.
Yes.
And he does a voice in it too.
Oh, that is totally cool. I like that.
Yeah.
would you say that this is something that's kid friendly?
I wouldn't think that some soccer movies would be kid friendly.
No.
That's more like PG-13.
Okay.
This next movie is gonna be R-rated, though.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some crazy scenes in that one.
Okay.
That I'm trying to. Hopefully, YouTube won't fuss about me making it.
Okay.
I did have a sex scene in the second movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And that was almost close to PG-13. So.
Well, it's definitely not kid friendly. Huh?
Definitely not. But the Lego CSI ones are pretty kid friendly. I have a few kid friendly ones on there.
Okay. You've created the series of Jordan with the Psycho Stalker. Is that the title of them? Psycho Stalker?
Yeah, Psycho Stalker. The first one is called Psycho Stalker 2018. I thought it was actually a real title for the movie, so I said it's a 2018. Then the second one is Psycho Stalker 2 Dark Sides. Then this next one's going to be Psycho Stalker 3 Endgame.
So it's all about the Psycho Stalker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a different Psycho Stalker in this next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Jordan attract the Psycho Stalkers? Is that what it is?
Everywhere he goes, he attracts Psycho Stalkers, and it's all his ex-girlfriends and ex-wives. They're all after him, and they're gonna attack him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna. I know you brought some media, so we're gonna take a look at it.
Okay.
And we'll talk more about that.
Okay.
That was really cute.
Yeah.
So
I love that one.
I have to ask, how do you get the movement? I mean, how is all of that done? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Oh yeah. So that's a 30-second clip. So 30 seconds are usually it's stop motion. So have you seen the Wallace and Gromit movies?
I haven't.
No, you need to.
Oh.
They're really good. Stop motion. You will love them.
Okay.
And it's
something with it's the technology.
Yeah, so
okay.
so you take a picture frame by frame. So each movement, so if I'm gonna move him, you gotta move his arm. Oops. Gonna move his arm, and that'd be a frame. His arm frame.
Okay.
You know. If you wanna move him like walk him up, that's each one is a frame.
Okay.
So that takes a long time.
I would say that sounds like a lot of work.
And the camera has to be very still for it to actually look as good as that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you get started in this? Is this something that you learned when you were going to school, or did you just learn it on your own after school?
I learned it on my own. I watched YouTube videos, and I got inspired by other Lego YouTubers, and I watched them, and I watched Wallace and Gromit movies. At first, I thought I wanted to do that as a career, but I went to that. They had that at EVIT too, and then when I went in there, that class was so boring. I was like, nope, it's not for me. So radio it is, and like I said, Jordan's character been in my life for like 12 years.
Wow.
So voicing his character and giving him character.
So you voiced Jordan's character.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I voiced other characters too. But the critics out there, they say that my voice is not different than on the other characters, but they're totally wrong. It is slightly different. I can change my voice to be anything.
Oh, okay. So you also, besides being a radio host, you have a podcast. Can you tell us a little bit about your podcast and what that consists of?
Sure. So I have the Talkcast podcast, which is my audio journal that I share every other week since 2017. I've been doing it, and I give advice to others. I share my life, and I have I interview extremely awesome people on it, which I hope to have you on it someday. I think you are amazing,
Thank you.
and yeah, and it reached 14,000 plays,
Awesome.
over 14,000.
And how long have you been doing that podcast?
Since 2017.
Okay.
I first had another one in like 2011 that was so crappy. It was a music talk podcast.
I like how honest you are.
I'm so raw and authentic, you know. So that's just who I am. So it was crappy. It was like a 30-minute thing. I used Spreaker Radio for that, and it's just something to get my foot out the door, you know.
You know what? I like some things that you said today, Jordan. Besides the industry being a radio host, podcast host, you mentioned the word career, and being a person that's disabled in a wheelchair. A lot of times you hear people that don't think that far in life because they're consumed with medical issues or their health or what they think they can't do or what people have told them that they can't do.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that people have told them that they can't do certain things. And I love that you're really passionate about what you're doing, and you're a voice for people that may be disabled or have a medical condition or whatever their disability is.
Yeah.
I love that you're a voice for people to see that they can do it also. And you spoke, one of the words that you said was career. And a lot of times people, they don't think that far, that they don't even think that they can have a career.
Yeah.
Because they may think that I'm in a wheelchair, who's going to hire me, or I can't do that, or whatever. But you're showing them that they can. They can have a radio show or host a podcast or create what you're creating here. I love that you're doing that.
I think everything I do, I'm inspiring someone out there.
Yes.
And I think I do so much. Sometimes I think I do so much too many stuff. So I take a few months off to give myself some space.
Mm-hmm.
I really need I really need to get out of town and have a little like vacation. So hopefully that will come soon.
So do you see yourself as one of those people that you are inspiring others?
Yeah, I think I'm inspiring others like every single day. Either with my podcasts or my Lego videos or my radio shows or podcasts or anything that I do, I think, or my baseball stuff.
Right.
I think I'm a truly an inspiring person.
Right. Last season we had, I think you mentioned his name, Mr. Vincent Rutley, on our show also. Yeah. And he was an inspiration also. And that was one of the things we spoke about, him being an actor in a wheelchair is the way he titles himself.
Yeah.
And that to me is such an inspiration to others that are in wheelchairs to say, hey, I can be an actor also. Or I can be a filmmaker or whatever it is that I choose to be.
Yeah,
this wheelchair doesn't prevent me from doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
I love that. And what was it like working with Vincent? Being two guys in a wheelchair. What was that like for you?
Oh, I found him accidentally on Instagram.
Okay.
And he messaged me and wanted me to play his music on my radio station.
Okay.
So I said, okay, sure. And I think we've been friends since 2018.
Wonderful.
And he came to my house where I had the awards show, and he performed with his band. And
I didn't know Vincent performed.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I guess he was pretty much talking about his filmmaking when he was here last time. So
yeah, he does.
I don't think we talked about his music.
He does more acting stuff now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I met him, and he came, and it was great.
Wonderful.
And he's an inspiration.
Yeah.
I think he has put more inspiration in me to do more acting and more voice acting.
So he's inspired you in some way also.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. You know what? As they say, iron sharpens iron. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And keep being an inspiration to others like you.
I sure hope so.
Others like me.
I was
Hey,
like you, and
yeah, we all need inspiration.
like I say, I always end my radio shows with believe in yourself and you go far in life.
Yes,
Because if you don't believe in yourself, you won't go far in life.
that is true.
And a lot of people are giving up on life these days,
Right.
especially since the pandemic and all that stuff. And I've been going through emotional stuff on my own, and sometimes it's hard to get through life. If you have like a health issue or
Yes,
a disability or a pandemic that comes out of nowhere,
right.
you can't go. Like the pandemic stopped me from going and helping the special needs kids at my high school. I used to do that, and I love doing that.
Right. Well, Jordan, thank you for joining us here today. It was such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And we
Appreciate
look
it.
forward to seeing more of the stalkers
Yeah,
here.
Psycho Stalker 2 is
Psycho
coming out soon.
Stalker.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us here today on Desertwood Days, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah. Bye.
Today's episode of Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze was sponsored by Dork Publishing. Visit them at dorkpublishing.com.